You think you should have got more love in that Calder? Because he's one of those players, as you just mentioned, you really got to watch him, and you can't just look at the stats. But would you have given him some more love for the Calder?
Absolutely, I would have. And when you look at the game, I mean, we see in this game, we see the numbers, right? We see the points, and they will come. I mean, I think his offensive game is going to come, in particular on the blue line, where I think he can maneuver, manipulate it very well. But it's also going to be his exit pass that I think he's going to jump in from. So for me, absolutely, because often we see that big shot, or we see the flash. This guy is steady, and that is so hard to find in today's NHL, especially coming in, where a guy can manage the defensive side of the game first. And so for me, absolutely. Again, I'm more of looking at as sort of a complete defender, and I would say that he should have been part of that conversation.
Cheryl, do you know what? And I remember some of the highlight packs you did last year, and it's something I always watch when defensemen first come into a league. They get the puck and they want it off their stick as quickly as possible. They put it up the boards. They just go to their partner. You remember some of those plays, some of those escape moves where he would have it and just do a spin escape, and they're like, all right, there's no other young defenseman in the league that's doing those things right now. But those things, like you said, those don't show up on the stats.
No, they don't. And I think, structure, from a structure perspective, defensively, we could talk about that for the Sens, but in terms of how he created space for himself, and really those escape moves, that's what they're doing, right? But you have to have the poise and the confidence to recognize where your opponent is, where the pressure, what side it's coming from, and not panic with that puck and fire it away. And so you have to have a confidence, sort of an internal confidence. And, coming into a league, or it doesn't matter what league or what team you're on, whether it's a national team or you're coming into a rep team and you're 15 years of age for the first time, that the angst that goes with that. And this guy has this sort of what sense it is to be able to do those moves. Not only do you have the skating ability and the edge work, I think there's a heavy IQ there. And